Hello and welcome to this special webinar training class. We are going to get started. Thank you for being here. My name is Jerry Norton, nationally recognized expert on flipping properties for high profits. Now, if you would like to make money in real estate, then I am your new best friend. And on this training, we're going to learn how to find and flip houses on Craigslist, okay? Now, before we get started, let me make something very clear to you. The most important asset in my life is my time. I value time over money or possessions or anything else, and so should you. Therefore, my promise to you is to not waste your time. You've made a commitment to be here, and so I'm going to be as efficient as I can. I'm going to be direct and to the point. I'm going to make sure you're getting good, solid information that will help you. In return, I ask that you also respect my time. By that I mean give me your undivided attention. Remove all of the distractions and really pay close attention so I'm not wasting my time, and also so that you can get the most out of this training. Okay, deal? Deal. All right. Now, I'm also going to share with you an opportunity to quickly become an expert at finding hidden deals and then matching them with investors who will buy them for cash, and how to do it right on Craigslist. I put together my years of trial and error and learning how to profit from Craigslist into a done-for-you system called Craigslist Flipper. And using this done-for-you system, you can make $5,000 to $20,000 per month. Now, what's great about this training and my system you'll be learning about is you don't need any experience at all in real estate. In fact, the system is actually designed for someone who's never done any real estate. So if you've been looking for a way to quickly start making money in real estate without all of the risk of investing money or borrowing money to do deals, and even do it in your spare time, then you're going to love this training and you're going to love my Craigslist Flipper system. Now, of course, those of you who are experienced investors, stay with me because you too can greatly benefit from this as well. So who am I and why should you listen to me? First and foremost, I'm a full-time real estate investor. I got started 15 years ago flipping junker houses in Detroit. Today, I flip houses all across the country, from entry-level starter homes to multi-million-dollar luxury new construction and everything in between. The only way I've been able to flip hundreds of deals over the years in markets all across the country is due to my proven systems and processes. About 8 years ago, in an effort to find more deals, I started teaching and training everyday people how to find deals for me. I would give them training and tools, and then in their respective markets, they would find and bring me deals, and I'd pay them per deal, and I'd pay them very well. It was the perfect relationship. People ask me all the time, why do I do training and mentoring? And in the beginning, the reasons were almost entirely selfish. It was to do more deals. In other words, my training business fed my deal business. Now, I'm not going to lie. Today, my training business still feeds my deal business. In fact, I even have an advanced program where I partner with students on deals. But over the years, my training company called Flipping Mastery has morphed into so much more. We've now helped people sell over $100 million in real estate, and I've come to realize that my training business is really about changing lives. And recently, during a 3-day closed-door team planning meeting, we decided to set the goal that would push us to focus on helping more people to be successful at making money in real estate. And we set the lofty goal of helping 100 people during the next 12 months to earn at least $100,000 in profits. So, everything we do here at Flipping Mastery, all of my training and programs are centered around the fastest, most efficient, and most consistent ways to make money in real estate. And this training and my Craigslist Flipper system is a result of that goal. Now, I've taken what's proven to work in my own business and my elite mentoring students' businesses, and I'm now offering it to you. So here's my big promise to you. I'm going to show you and train you on a done-for-you system to earn $5,000 to $20,000 per month in real estate, and do it regardless of your experience, and without investing any money in deals, and without borrowing any money to do deals. In other words, without any risk. And to be able to do it in your spare time, and if you like, and some of you will even want to do this full time, which is totally fine too. So let's dive in. I'm going to start this training with the number one question I'm asked in my real estate training business, which is, what is the fastest way to make money in real estate? On this training, I'm not only going to answer that question, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do it as well. Here's the thing. I want you to write this down. The people who make the most money in any industry or business are the ones who solve the biggest problems. And real estate is no exception. So I'm going to show you the number one problem investors face in real estate, and how my done-for-you system solves that problem, and now anyone can use it to make a lot of money. And like I said, what's great is you don't need any experience and you can earn $5,000 to $20,000 per month on average in your spare time doing this without needing any money. Are you excited? I hope you are. I hope I have your attention. So let's get going here. Look, here's the reality. In today's current marketplace, pretty much everywhere in the US, the real estate markets are doing good. Some places better than others, obviously, but generally speaking, real estate is doing good. And when the real estate markets are doing good, investment money pours in and investors aggressively buy houses. No matter where you live, there are real estate investors, either rehabbers who fix and flip or landlords who buy and hold for cash flow, that are aggressively buying houses right now. They have the cash or investment money backing them to buy properties, and they have the means to fix them up and flip them or rent them out. But they all have one major problem. The biggest challenge almost all investors have is being able to find enough good deals. And this isn't just a challenge for new investors. This is a problem for all investors, even seasoned pros. It's really hard, and the reason has to do with the real estate market that we're in. So let me explain. This is a 5-year graph on real estate prices in one of the markets I do deals. And as you can see, values have consistently gone up over the past 5 years, and this is indicative of most markets right now. Now, when the real estate market is appreciating, we refer to it as a seller's market. And really, it's just basic economics of supply and demand. A seller's market means that there are more buyers in the marketplace than available inventory of houses. And when there are more buyers than there are houses, guess what happens? Price goes up. Maybe you've seen this or heard of this happening where there are multiple offers on houses for sale and homes selling for over asking price. What does that mean for investors who are trying to buy deals? It means that it's become harder than ever for investors to find and secure good deals. I know there are some of you on this training right now that are active investors. If you've been in real estate for any length of time, let me ask you, how many times have you made offers on deals only to get beat out by the competition? I'll bet it's happening to you almost every time. Investors are struggling more than ever before to get good deals. Here's the reality. Most investors right now in today's market are unable to buy deals because they simply can't or don't know where to find them, even though they have the money and the means to buy them. So, what does this mean for you watching this right now? It means there's a huge opportunity for you to get paid for solving this nationwide problem, and I'm going to show you how. Remember what I said in the beginning, the ones who make the most money are the ones who provide solutions to the problems. I want you to ask yourself this question. What if there was a way to access hidden deals right in your backyard that most investors don't know about? And what if there was a way to not just find these hidden deals, but also match them with local investors in your area who have the cash or financial backing to buy them that would gladly pay you to bring them these deals? And what if there was a proven system that you could match these deals with these investors and get paid $5,000 to $20,000 on average per deal and do it in your spare time? Well, hang on, because that's exactly what I'm going to reveal to you. And let me make something very clear. When I say you can earn $5,000 to $20,000 matching deals with investors, there's no buying houses, so you don't need any money. There's no owning properties because you're not the one buying them, and there's no managing rehabs or rentals. This is a way to make money in your spare time from anywhere without all of the headaches of traditional real estate. Now, that may sound hard to believe, I know. In fact, it's so different than what most people think about real estate that I was recently invited on national TV, and Forbes Riley interviewed me where I explained how to make money with real estate without owning any properties, without needing any money to buy properties, and how to do it without ever fixing up or managing a single property. And there has never been a better time than now to do this. Let me show you how it works. In every area across the country, there are unwanted houses. These are property owners that for some reason or another really need to sell their property. Many of them are distressed, meaning they need fixed up. Now, an investor wants these properties because he has the money and the means to fix them up and flip them or rent them out for profit. But the current owners don't have the time, the money, or the motivation to fix them up. In fact, they are very motivated to sell them. This is due to some kind of hardship going on. It could be that they lost their job and are facing foreclosure. It It could be they don't have the money to pay the taxes and they're about to lose it to tax auction. It could be due to divorce or bankruptcy. It could be they inherited the property and just don't want all the hassle of dealing with it. It could be the owner moved out of state and it's too hard to take care of it long distance. It could be a burned out landlord who doesn't want to fix it up and rent it out anymore. It could be any one of 100 reasons. The point is, these are properties where the owner is motivated to sell the property, and even though there is equity in the property, or in other words, money to be made by an investor, they would rather sell it quickly, just the way it is, just to be rid of it. To a motivated seller who's facing a hardship, they would rather have peace of mind by getting rid of their unwanted property than to try to keep it and fix it up or flip it or rent it or any of that. Does that make sense? Now, this is where investors come in. An investor, whether brand new or a seasoned pro, has cash or investment money to step in and buy these unwanted and distressed properties from these motivated sellers. These investors buy the properties because they have the money, they fix them up because they have the means and the motivation to do so, and then they either flip them for profit or they rent them out for cash flow. But they're the ones who buy them, own them, fix them up, and flip them or rent them, not you. I'm not proposing that you be the investor. Where you come in is as a deal matchmaker. You match the deal with the investor and get paid $5,000 to $20,000 on average per deal as a finder's fee. Now, this is not a commission sale. You're not brokering the deal. That would require you to be a licensed real estate agent. It's all about how you structure or control a deal, which I'll talk about later. Now, what's so awesome about being a deal matchmaker is you can make a lot of money without all of the hassle, stress, and time and money that it takes to be an investor. This is an example of a deal I recently did. It was a little house in Oak Park, Michigan. Following my system you're learning about today, I was able to find this deal from a burned out landlord. And rather than buy it with my cash and fix it up, instead I matched it with a local investor in the area. And on this particular deal, I made a whopping $23,000 finder fee. Now, think about this. All I did was match the deal with a local investor and I made $23,000. I didn't need any money because I wasn't the buyer. I didn't have to manage any renovations. I didn't have to do any marketing or sales to flip it to a homeowner or find a tenant to rent it to. None of that. And most importantly, I didn't have to wait to make any money because I got paid up front. Let me ask you an honest question. How many deals like this would you need to do to radically change your current financial situation? Now imagine being able to do this on a regular basis. What if you did it every month? What if you did it multiple times every month? Here's the good news. You can. Now, the strategy of matching motivated sellers with local investors is fine and dandy, but it only works if you have a method of finding these hidden unwanted properties, as well as a method for finding local investors who are eager to buy more deals. Finding them is the secret sauce. In fact, finding motivated sellers and local investors has been the primary focus of my real estate business for many years. And that's why I'm so excited for this training. I've taken one of the best places where motivated sellers and hungry investors hang out and developed a done-for-you system that finds a steady supply of hidden unwanted properties and local investors. Now, I know the phrase done for you is used and abused by people all the time, claiming to have a system, but stay with me and you'll see that this truly is a system. Now, the place where we find these hidden unwanted properties and then match them with local investors is on Craigslist, and the done for you system is called Craigslist Flipper. Now, before we go any further, you may be wondering, why Craigslist? Isn't Craigslist full of scammers? You couldn't be further from the truth, and I'll show you. Most people are familiar with Craigslist, but just in case you're not, the site's main function is to host free classified ads that cover practically every category you can think of, such as job postings, items for sale, services, personals, and guess what else? Housing. Craigslist started in 1995 by Craig Newmark. Initially, it was an email list of events and activities that were going on in San Francisco that Newmark sent around to his buddies. Since then, it's grown to 60 million users. There are 50 billion page views per month and 80 million classified ads per month. When it comes to real estate, Craigslist has become perhaps the single largest information exchange for real estate in the U.S. everything from land to rentals to multi-million-dollar oceanfront homes and everything in between, making it a hotbed for matching private sellers, motivated sellers that want to sell their unwanted distressed properties with local investors ready to buy those unwanted distressed properties. And this is where the biggest opportunity lies for you to match the two and get paid $5,000 to $20,000 on average per deal. Now remember, our goal is to find both motivated sellers who have unwanted distressed properties and local investors who are actively buying deals and get paid $5,000 to $20,000 on average per deal simply by matching the two together. Now, there are two primary methods for finding these motivated sellers and local investors on Craigslist, which are to search for ads, or what are referred to as posts, that are being posted by motivated sellers and local investors, as well as posting ads yourself to attract motivated sellers and local investors. And I'm going to show you how my done-for-you Craigslist Flipper system does both of these for you. Now, before you start using Craigslist to find motivated sellers and local investors, it's important to know there's good news and there's bad news about Craigslist. I'll tell you the good news first. Accessing and using Craigslist is a free service. It doesn't cost you anything to search for ads, or what are referred to as posts, on Craigslist, or to post ads yourself. It's free to use. Now, that's unlike almost anything else out there that would charge to either search or run ads or both. The bad news about Craigslist is that because the service is free, there are hundreds and thousands of ads posted under the real estate section every month, and many of them are not motivated sellers or local investors. What this means is finding these motivated sellers and local investors amongst hundreds and thousands of posts can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. And bad news number two is being able to sort through all of the posts and find the motivated sellers and local investors is difficult and time-consuming, and the reason is due to how Craigslist displays their ads. You see, ads are displayed in descending order with the most recent post at the top. That means that as new ads are posted, the older ones get moved down. The older the ad, the further down the list it goes. The reason why this is so critical is because ads that are posted can become irrelevant very quickly. Oftentimes within just a few days, ads can get pushed down to pages 2, 3, and beyond to make room for the new ads. Remember, the housing category in Craigslist is huge, and when it comes to searching posts on Craigslist, there are hundreds and even thousands of posts under the housing section that you'd have to search through looking for the unwanted distressed private sellers. For example, this is a screen cap I took while preparing this training in the Craigslist Phoenix market. And as you can see, there are 3,000 posts just under the housing category, and that's just in the past 30 days. And again, the way Craigslist works is that the most recent posts go to the top. So if a private seller posts his unwanted distressed house for sale, within a few days, his post may be pushed down to pages 2, 3, or 4, and within a week or two, it may get pushed way down the list and quickly become irrelevant. You would have to scroll through hundreds of posts before you would ever find it. And after a month, it may be so buried that you would never find it. The same thing would happen if you posted an ad. Within just a few days, your ad may no longer be seen because it's too far down the list. Now, this is where my Craigslist Flipper system comes in and solves this problem. I've created a system that will both search and post ads on Craigslist for you, and it will find you both motivated sellers and local investors. In other words, it instantly finds the proverbial needles in the haystacks. This saves you countless hours of searching and posting ads, allowing you to quickly bridge the gap between motivated sellers and local investors and match the two so that you can earn $5,000 to $20,000 on average per deal. So first, let's talk about searching for ads that are posted. Now, what I've done is I've developed software tools that search through all of the posts and then filters out all of the non-relevant posts and pinpoints only the motivated sellers and local investors. Now, I could explain how they work, but it would be better just to show you so you can see just how powerful these tools are. The first software tool, called CRAIGSLIST DealFinder PRO, is designed specifically to scan through all of the hundreds and thousands of posts under the housing section in your local Craigslist market and find the motivated sellers who want to sell their unwanted properties. First thing you do is click Add New Campaign. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select your state and whatever your Craigslist market is where you're looking for deals. We're going to go ahead and name it Arizona Phoenix and then click create. Okay, now what that did is it created a campaign for me in that specific Craigslist market. And you can see here it's filtered out and it's provided a list of all of the current posts that identify a motivated seller using keywords and the algorithms that we've set up in the software. So for example, if I click on this one right here, it'll open up this post here, and this is a property. It says a 19,900 2-bedroom, attention flippers handyman, great opportunity in East Valley, $19,900. And you can see here that this is obviously a rehab property, right? It's a distressed property. And so just like that, it filtered out and found me those. So fixer-upper that needs some attention, and so on and so on. And so it provides me that list. Now let's go back to that property here, attention flippers handyman. Now check this out, what the system can do here. You'll see these icons over here. These are your post management tools here. So I can click on this one right here and it will add it to my favorites. That's why it's darkened in red right there. It means I've added it to my favorites. There's a note feature here where I can keep detailed notes about it. I'll show you that in a second. And here's a reply to this ad, so I can click on that. If I'm not interested in this property or it doesn't go anywhere, I can delete it, and this will just open up a link in a separate tab so I can look at that property. Okay, so let's say now that I want to pursue this lead, I'm going to go ahead and click on reply to ad. And as you can see here, it provides all of the information. It even has a pre-written script here that you can provide on this. And then all I do is click submit. Now what I just did is I just inside my system sent a message to that poster or that seller of this property that I'm interested in their property and made contact with them. Now what I can do here is I can go click on my notes and I can say sent email to seller requesting more info, and then I can click submit. And then what it'll do is it'll date stamp it and save it there. So then I can keep track of everything I'm doing. If I come back into my system, then all I have to do is go click on my notes and it will show me the notes that I made. So these deal management tools really help you stay organized with each of these leads. If there's one on here that I don't like or I don't want to follow, I'm not interested in pursuing, like this one here, custom home on 78 acres. What I can do is I can just simply click here and then delete it, and it will just get rid of that one for me. So it just takes it off of my list, and I can go through each of these and I can work through these leads. Now the second software tool, called Cash Buyer Finder, works the same way as the DealFinder Pro tool, except this tool is specifically pinpointing local investors. Now these are investors that are posting ads that they buy houses for cash in any condition and can close quickly on the purchase. We call them cash buyers because they have the cash to buy those unwanted distressed properties. This tool works the same way as the DealFinder Pro tool, providing you a list of active local investors. And just like the DealFinder tool, you can save your favorites, you can reply to the posts, and you can keep detailed notes. What's so great, as you can see, is that both these tools not only find exactly what you're looking for, motivated sellers and local investors, but they also have really cool management tools for staying organized and streamlined. Features such as deleting posts, creating favorites, the automated post replies, and the advanced notes features with date stamp. These features are lifesavers that will allow you to be extremely efficient, and the more efficient you are, the more money you'll make. Now remember, I said there are two methods for finding motivated sellers and local investors on Craigslist. The first is searching ads that are posted, and the DealFinder Pro and Cash Buyer Finder tools do that for you. The second method for finding motivated sellers and local investors is to post your own ads. When it comes to posting ads, the idea is for you to post two different kinds of ads that will attract both motivated sellers and local investors who are hanging out on Craigslist, but not necessarily posting ads themselves. Remember, there are 50 billion page views per month on Craigslist. There is a lot of potential motivated sellers and local investors that you want to see your ads and contact you. But again, the challenge with posting ads is keeping them relevant so that they don't get lost with all the other hundreds and thousands of posts so that people actually see them. Remember how I said that Craigslist puts the most recent post at the top? That means if you post an ad, then a day or two later, it's already pushed way down, and pretty soon no one is going to see it. So you might be thinking, okay, well then I'll post my ads every day or even multiple times a day, so my ads always stay at the top. Yeah, nice try. Craigslist considers that spamming, and in their terms of use, they have anti-spamming rules about how frequently you can post, and if you violate those rules, they'll shut your account down for spamming. And even if you could post multiple times a day, do you know how time-consuming it would be to post ads multiple times a day every day? This is where my done-for-you Craigslist flipper system comes in. You see, after years of posting ads and testing, and after a lot of trial and error and learning a few tricks, I finally figured out how to crack the code and post ads that stay at the top of the searches every single day. It's my secret workaround to Craigslist anti-spamming rules. As a result, posts stay at the top of the searches every day. Now, I will tell you, in my own business, this ad posting hack technique is a very time-consuming endeavor that I don't have time for, nor do I want to personally do. So over the years, I've developed my own processes and team of people who post ads for me. Following my hack strategy, my ad posting team posts ads every single day, rain or shine, and my posts stay fresh and at the top of the housing category so that everyone sees them. So if it's Saturday afternoon and I'm fishing with my kids, my ads get posted. If I go on vacation, my ads get posted. No matter what happens, my ads get posted. That's the beauty of a fully trained ad posting team. And as part of my done-for-you Craigslist flipper system, I'm now making this ad posting service available to you. That means literally with the click of a button, my ad posting team can post your ads daily that will stay at the top of the searches for you in your Craigslist market. These ads are for both finding and attracting motivated sellers who want to sell their unwanted properties, as well as local investors ready to buy those unwanted properties. Combined between the DealFinder Pro, the Cash Buyer Finder, and the ad posting service, you will instantly have an unlimited supply of motivated sellers who are eager to sell their unwanted properties, as well as local investors who want to buy them. Now that you have both, it's time to match them together and get paid $5,000 to $20,000 on average per deal. I refer to the matchmaking process as securing the deal. In order to secure the deal, here's how it works. Step one is getting the motivated seller to agree in writing to sell the property at a specified price. And then once you have that, step two is to get the investor to agree in writing to buy the property at a specified price and pay you a finder fee for bringing him the deal. Now don't worry, I also created the tools you need to secure these deals, including a deal analyzer where all you do is plug in the address and it tells you exactly what price you need to get the deal for, including your finder fee. It also includes the contracts to both secure the deal with the motivated seller and with the investor. These fill-in-the-blank contracts are digitized and only take a few minutes to fill out, and you can email them directly to the seller or the investor. And I even include all of the scripts you need to secure the deal with both the motivated sellers and with the local investors, so you have everything to easily put these deals together. Not only that, but my Craigslist flipper system comes with a property and contact management system. This allows you to easily organize your deals and keep track of your private sellers and investors. All of these tools are stored on the cloud, so you never have to worry about losing them. In fact, each time you analyze a deal or fill out a contract, it saves it for you so that you can easily find it and stay organized. So, just to recap, let me walk through from start to finish my done-for-you Craigslist system and how you can earn $5,000 to $20,000 per deal. First, using the Craigslist DealFinder Pro, the Cash Buyer Finder tool, and my done-for-you ad posting service, you find both motivated sellers who want to sell their unwanted distressed properties and local investors who are willing to buy them. Then, using the Deal Analyzer, you determine your contract price with built-in finder fee profit. Next, using the scripts provided and the fill-in-the-blank contract, you get the motivated sellers to agree in writing to your price. Finally, you take the deals to your investors, and using the fill-in-the-blank contract, they agree to buy the houses and pay you big finder fees. In the beginning of this training, I posed this question: what is the fastest way to make money in real estate? I'll tell you, I've been a full-time real estate investor for a long time, and I've also been one of the nation's leading experts on flipping houses for the past 8 years. My training and mentoring programs, as well as my tools and software, are some of the best in the industry. And in my coaching I get to work with brand new and seasoned investors alike. And being an investor involves risk. It involves putting your money into deals or borrowing money to put into deals. There's a lot to learn to be successful. And if that's your goal, then I'm your biggest cheerleader. But if you just want to make money in real estate as quickly as possible and shortcut the learning curve and avoid all of the time and risk it takes to become an investor, then my Craigslist Flipper system can be the answer you've been looking for, because you don't need any money, you don't need any experience, and you can do it from anywhere, and you can do it in your spare time, and you don't have to wait to start getting paid. And if you are an investor, then you can use Craigslist Flipper to help you get more deals. I'll tell you, having a system like this has completely changed my life. This is my family, and as you can see, I have a big family. When my wife and I first got married, we decided 3 things. 1, we wanted to have a big family. I have 8 kids, so I think we accomplished that goal. 2nd, I never wanted my wife to have to work in order to help provide for our family. And we've been blessed that she hasn't had to do that. She's been able to stay home and be a mom. And 3, I wanted to be an awesome dad who was involved in my kids' lives. And to accomplish that goal, I had to create systems that would free my time so I could be at the Little League games and piano recitals and all of the things that I didn't want to miss out on because I was working too much. And some of you know a few years ago, I took my family on a year-long cross-country RV trip. We homeschooled our kids and traveled the country full time. It was just us, no distractions, and I hardly worked that entire year. It was an experience we'll never forget and my kids will talk about for the rest of their lives. And guess what? My real estate business made more money that year than any year previously. The only way I was able to not overwork, have time to do the things that really mattered in my life, and still make a lot of money is by having systems that automate and streamline the processes like my Craigslist Flipper system. And I'm not the only one. This is Gary, who lives in Utah and did this deal in Idaho. Using my system, he made $20,000 just for matching this deal with another investor who wanted to keep it as a rental. Now, there's way more to this story. You see, Gary has struggled with being overweight for years, and with the help from the cash he made on this deal, he was able to finally have the money to get a gastric bypass surgery. He has now lost over 80 pounds, and it's changed the way he looks and feels about himself. This is Tom from Indiana. Here's one of the deals he recently found and flipped right in his backyard in South Bend using the Craigslist Flipper system, and I think made $12,000 or $13,000. What's cool is before Tom got this system, he was working as an engineer for a nuclear plant, and he was paid a very good 6-figure salary. The problem was this job was very demanding, and Tom wanted more than anything to be his own boss, work from home, and spend more time with his wife and 4 kids. And that's exactly what this did for him. I'm happy to report that Tom now does this full time. He told me the other day that his kids used to cry for their mom if he was ever with them without her. That's how rarely he saw them. He told me now, since being home, it's the opposite, and now they cry to be with him instead of his wife. Now, to me, that's true success. This is Ivan from Georgia. He said, Jerry, I can't tell you how excited I am. I wanted to tell you about my most recent deal I did following your system. I acquired this deal a mile away from where I live, and within 4 days, I flipped it to a local investor for $5,500. What's cool about Ivan is he's been trying to do real estate for years. He's been trying to be an investor, and he's always had a passion for real estate and has spent thousands of dollars on real estate programs and coaching, and he wasn't able to see success until he got my system. He told me real estate isn't about being an investor, it's about making money. I love that mindset. Or like Melissa from El Paso, Texas. Melissa recently got my system and did her first deal. Now she's holding the check for $8,400, and Melissa and her husband Doug work for the military, and their jobs require them to uproot their family and move every 2 to 3 years. This has been a huge burden on their family and kids, as you can imagine. When they joined my system, they wanted so badly to have control over their lives. Melissa told me this deal represented so much more than $8,400. It represented a new life. She said, can I offer some advice? Do what Jerry says. I got Jerry's system and I just did my first deal and made $8,400. I'm looking forward to repeating the process again and again. Now, I told you our goal at Flipping Mastery is during the next 12 months to help 100 people earn at least $100,000 in profits. I just share with you a few that are already there or on their way. My question is, are you ready to become one of the 100 over the next 12 months? If you are, then the next step is for you to get my Craigslist Flipper system. I have so much more to show you and teach you, and I'm going to do an even deeper dive into the system, but I also know that some of you are chomping at the bit to get this. And a few of you contacted my support staff and said you had to leave early. So give me just a minute here and I'm going to share with you how to get this system, and then I'll get back to the training. First of all, the entire system is cloud-based, so there's nothing you have to download or install on your computer or anything. You simply log in and your entire system is saved online on the cloud, so you can do it from anywhere as long as you have an internet connection. Now, obviously, I could charge thousands of dollars for this, and it would be worth every penny. I mean, where else can you get a system for finding hidden deals and then get paid $5,000 to $20,000 per deal to match them with investors? It doesn't exist as far as I know. But in order to reach our goal of helping 100 people earn $100,000 or more during the next 12 months, I need to get this in as many people's hands as I can who are serious about making money in real estate. So I've priced this so that it's within everyone's reach. Having said that, we will be raising the prices in the future, so don't wait to get this. The one-time introductory price for the entire Craigslist Flipper system is only $995. Now that's a one-time fee for lifetime access, including upgrades, because I always make improvements and updates to all of my systems and programs. Once you log in, there's a getting started video and step-by-step training and tutorials on how to use everything. So don't worry if you're new to Craigslist or even new to real estate. I also have a really good support team if you get stuck or you need help with something. Now the $995 price is an introductory price, so I don't know how long I'll be offering it at that price. Probably until we reach 100 people earning $100,000. So I wouldn't wait to get this if I were you. So let me give the order information. There it is. You should see an add to cart button on your screen. Just click on that. It will take you to an order page to sign up immediately. Or you could just pick up the phone and call that number you see on the screen there, 800-346-0072. So for those of you that have seen enough and you want to get this right now, just click the add to cart button or call 800-346-0072. And I'll leave that order information and the add to cart button up during the remainder of this training. Okay, now remember, this was designed for non-investors. So you don't need any experience at all in real estate. It's a simple way to make money without having to invest money in deals or borrow money to fund deals. So there's no risk. And best of all, you can do it in your spare time or make it a full-time business as well. So let me show you truly how powerful this system is and how to use it at full capacity. To fully appreciate how amazing this is, let me take a minute and talk again about the number one problem investors have in today's real estate climate, and that's finding deals, or what's often referred to as lead generation. When it comes to finding deals or generating leads, there are two types of leads to go after. The first is what we call on-market leads. On-market simply means that the property is listed for sale with a real estate agent. When a seller decides he or she wants to sell their property, the most common method is to hire a real estate agent to sell the house. We call that on-market. And the typical fee that a seller will pay is 6% of the sale price. So if a house sells for $100,000, the seller will pay $6,000 in real estate commissions. Now here's the kicker. Once the seller hires the real estate agent, that agent lists the property for sale on the multiple listing service, or MLS. It now becomes public knowledge, and it's also available on the internet on sites such as Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, Realtor.com, and others, so everyone and their brother knows about it. As you can imagine, on-market leads are the most competitive leads to go after. It would be like fishing on this pier with everyone else trying to catch the same limited supply of fish. The second type of lead is what we call off-market. Now, off-market means that it's not listed for sale with a real estate agent, which means investors are dealing directly with sellers that desperately need to sell their unwanted properties, but they don't want to list their properties for sale with agents. They just need a quick sale from a cash buyer investor, and in a lot of cases, there's little to no competition, making off-market leads the best leads to go after for investors. It's like you're the only one fishing in a secret fishing hole with a great big hungry fish that no one else knows about. I mean, you tell me, which type of lead would you rather fish for? On market, where dozens and sometimes hundreds of people are all fighting over the same deals? Or off market, where you find leads that no one knows about? Obviously, off market. Well, here's the problem. Since off market leads are not readily accessible like on market leads are, how do you find them? The most common method that's been proven to work is paid advertising, and the most common method of advertising is what's known as direct mail. Now, if you don't know, direct mail is where you acquire a list of names and addresses of motivated seller prospects, such as people late on their payments, or people who inherited properties, or people who own investment properties that might be burned out landlords, or homes that are vacant, and a whole list of things that would indicate a possible motivated seller situation. And then mail them letters that basically say, I'll buy your house for cash, call me. The goal for investors that are targeting off-market leads is to send enough letters every month that they'll be able to pick up some deals. Here are the steps. First, you have to buy a list of names and addresses, usually thousands of names and addresses. Then you have to write a compelling letter offering to buy their unwanted houses. Then you have to print thousands of those letters, then stuff those letters in envelopes and address the envelopes, then take them to the post office and pay for postage and get them mailed. And then depending on if your list was good and your letter was compelling enough, you wait for the phones to ring. Now, if that sounds like way too much time and work, you could hire a mail fulfillment company to do it for you. But even if you did that, you still have to buy a list of names and you still have to provide a compelling letter for the fulfillment company before they can handle the printing and stuffing and addressing envelopes and postage and delivery, and then wait for the phones to ring. But guess what? A mail fulfillment company will save you some time, but now you're paying even more for doing direct mail. To successfully do direct mail, usually you have to invest $5,000 to $10,000 per month, not to mention all of the time it takes. Trust me, I know, because I've done it. I've done up to 1 million mailings in a single year, and trust me, it took a lot of work and a lot of money. What if I were to tell you that there is a better way to find off-market leads that is faster and didn't cost you a dime in marketing cost? In other words, free. That's right, Craigslist. These hidden unwanted properties that my system finds for you on Craigslist are off-market deals. And once you have my Craigslist Flipper system, you'll be able to find a steady flow of off-market deals that you can flip for $5,000 to $20,000 on average per deal. Now, what I'd like to do with the remaining time that we have left is show you a real live case study from start to finish on how to use the system. But before we do that, let me give you the details on exactly what's included with the system, as well as some really cool limited bonuses that I'm including, and even a way to get the entire system for free. First of all, as part of the Craigslist Flipper system, you get unlimited access to the Craigslist DealFinder PRO software. This is the tool that automatically finds motivated sellers who want to sell their unwanted distressed properties. You also get unlimited access to the Cash Buyer Finder tool. This is the tool that automatically finds local investors who have the cash to buy those unwanted distressed properties. Next, you get access to my done-for-you ad posting service, where you select your market, and using our secret formula, my ad posting team posts ads daily that are always displayed at the top of the searches. Now, these ads are designed to get motivated sellers to contact you about their unwanted distressed properties and get local investors to contact you about buying your deals. This done-for-you ad posting service is only offered and available as part of my Craigslist Flipper system. You can sign up for 30 days of posting at a time, and the cost is very minimal. And in a minute, I'll show you how to get this service for free. Once you start to get motivated sellers and local investors and start putting deals together, you'll need the contacts and property management tools to organize and track your deals, so that's included too. Once you start getting leads from motivated sellers, you'll use the Deal Analyzer to determine your offer price. With built-in algorithms, it instantly gives you all of the numbers about your deal, including the finder fee profit and, of course, your price you need to get the deal for. Once you have the numbers, it's time to secure your deal with the seller and your investor. So also included with the Craigslist Flipper system is my fill-in-the-blank digital contracts. What's great about these contracts is you just follow the instructions, you fill in the blanks, and then you email them directly to the sellers and investors. Also included are all of the scripts for how to put the deals together with both the motivated sellers and investors. And remember, I built the entire Craigslist Flipper system for non-investors, okay, for someone who's never done real estate before. So there's also step-by-step training modules and tutorials, so everything is easy to learn and easy to use. So this done-for-you Craigslist Flipper system has everything you need to earn $5,000 to $20,000 on average per deal, and do it regardless of your experience, and without investing any money in deals, and without borrowing any money to do deals. In other words, without any risk, and to be able to do it from anywhere and in your spare time. And like I said earlier, this is a one-time introductory price of $9.95 for the entire Craigslist Flipper system. To get started right away, all you have to do is click on the Add to Cart button that you should see there on your screen, or just pick up the phone and call 800-346-0072. Now, you do need to make the investment up front. That shows us that you're serious about doing this, but if you need some help to make the payment or you need to put it on a few different cards, then just call us. Pick up the phone, call us. We'll help you figure it out. And like I said earlier, there is a way for you to get the entire system for free, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But first, let's talk about some bonuses. I like to reward action takers, so here's what the first 20 people who sign up right now are going to get. First is a really cool bonus. To make it easier and help you look more professional, for the first 20 people who sign up right now, I'm going to include for free a deal gallery website. So once you get a written contract from a motivated seller, simply add the deal to your site. Then when you take your deal to your local investors, they'll be able to see pictures and details, helping you secure your contract and make $5,000 to $20,000 per deal even faster. Now, if you were to hire a web developer, you would pay at least $5,000 for a site like this. It's clean, it's professional, and it makes you look like a pro, and it's included as a free bonus for the first 20 people who sign up right now. Now, if you stick around, I'll show you a live demo of how cool this is. The second bonus is also related to your website. Anyone who's ever had a website knows that you have to pay for hosting the website, and that usually costs about $10 a month or $120 a year. But for the first people who sign up, there are no hosting fees ever. I'll take care of that. That saves you $120 a year. That's a huge savings over time, but you have to be one of the first 20 people to sign up today to get that free hosting bonus. So click the Add to Cart button on your screen, or just pick up the phone and call the number 800-346-0072. The next bonus is pretty sweet as well. Part of the magic of my Craigslist system is the done-for-you ad posting service using my team like I talked about. Now, this is for both posting ads that you're looking for unwanted distressed properties and ads that you're looking for local investors who will buy your unwanted distressed properties. Now, the secret formula is to keep your posts at the top of the searches, to have proven ads that convert, and having a trained team to do it every day, which the done-for-you ad posting service is included with the Craigslist Flipper system. But there is a hard cost for actually paying the contract labor for my team to do the work. Now, like I said, since I have the team and the process is all dialed in, it's a very minimal cost for a month of ad posting service. And you can get those details inside the members area once you sign up. So here's what I'm doing to reward the first 20 people who sign up right now. I'm going to cover the direct cost for you for the first 90 days. That easily has a value of $1,000. Now, after that, to keep going with the monthly service, there's a discounted rate just for Craigslist Flipper members, and you can get the details about that in the members area. So be sure to hurry and sign up before the 20 spots are gone. I really think they'll go fast. Just click the Add to Cart button on your screen or call the number that you see there, 800-346-0072. And finally, I've got one more bonus, and that's access to a weekly live coaching call with Coach Al. Now, Coach Al has been with me for a long time. He's a full-time flipper and a wealth of knowledge. And in my other real estate investing programs, he does a call every week that you can get on and learn, ask questions, get help, etc. It's really good, and everyone loves Coach Al. And this also has a value of at least $1,000. So I'm also including access to this weekly call so you can get that additional help, that support you need while you're out there crushing it on Craigslist. So again, to get this bonus, you have to be one of the first 20 people who signs up right now today. And I've got another bonus. No, just kidding. No more bonuses. This is it. This is the time to do this. Click on that Add to Cart button to get signed up immediately. It'll take you to the order page. or just pick up the phone, 800-346-0072. Do this right now. It's time to do this. There should be nothing holding you back right now. Like I said, if you need to put it on a few different cards or you need some help with the payment or whatever, just pick up the phone and call us. So I'm so confident that you're going to make money with my Craigslist Flipper system that I'm willing to stand behind it with a money back guarantee. So let me tell you about how it works, because it is a conditional guarantee. I've been doing this for long enough, and I can tell you with certainty that if you buy this and then don't do anything, you won't make money and you won't have success. But if you get the Craigslist Flipper system and you implement it and you use the tools, you'll have success, or I'll give you your money back. Does that sound fair? Here's how it works. I'll read it word for word. Use the Craigslist Flipper system and you'll have made money flipping a deal within the first 90 days. All you need to do is make at least one offer per month within the first 90 days. And if you don't get a profitable deal, I'll give you a prompt, courteous refund of your entire $997 investment. And even if you don't get a deal in the first 90 days, we'll still continue to work with you, providing the support, training, and tools for up to an entire 12 months. Now, here's the thing. For the first 20 of you that get the bonuses, you'll get 90 days of the ad posting service for free. Now, all you have to do is work the leads you get from there, make one offer per month for 90 days, and if you don't get a deal, I'll give you your money back. Now, let's talk about how to get the entire system for free. You see, there are a lot of naysayers out there. I can't believe how many haters say things like real estate doesn't work or that program is a scam. I'm called a fraud every day from people who don't even know me or my proven track record. They're just negative, miserable people. Now, I don't pay any attention to them, but I sure love to share success stories as often as I can, because I'm proud of what we do, and I'm proud of you for waking up and fighting hard every day to make your life better and not settling for average or mediocrity. So for those of you who get my Craigslist Flipper system and use it and make money, just send me a simple video showing your deal and your results, and I'll refund you your $995 investment to buy the program. In my opinion, you have nothing to lose. Just use it and make money and get a refund. And if you use it and don't make money, I give you a refund too. Either way, just use it and you get a refund. What more could you ask for? One last time, here's a breakdown of everything that's included with the done-for-you Craigslist Flipper system. You get the Craigslist DealFinder PRO software, the Cash Buyer Finder software, and the done-for-you ad posting service, the property and contacts trackers, the deal analyzer software, the fill-in-the-blank digital contracts, the deal structuring scripts, and the step-by-step training and tutorials. And for the first 20 people, a custom deal gallery website with no hosting fees ever, 90 days of free ad posting, and access to a weekly call with Coach Al. You also get my 90-day deal guarantee. Make money in 90 days or get a complete refund. And when you do your first deal, you also get a refund, so no matter what, you win. Now, guys, we're about out of time. I do want to spend some time and go into a case study and walk through and go into a deeper dive into the system. Before we do that, though, I want you to know that it's not about the money. None of this is. I know we've talked about the money, and our goal is to help 100 people make 100,000 or more and all of that, but it's really not about the money. It's about having the time and the freedom to have, be, do, and give everything that's important in life. And I believe that wholeheartedly. That's what it's done for me. That's what it's done for many of the students that I've been able to work with. It's providing that time and freedom to do the things that really matter in life. And that's why I created this, and that's what it can do for you. So, one last time, click the Add to Cart button or call 800-346-0072 to get the system right now. Okay, so here's what I'd like to do with the remaining time that we have. Let's go in now and do a deep dive into the system and do an actual real-life case study. Okay, so let me walk through a possible scenario, a case study, all the way from start to finish. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to set up a campaign. And all I do is I go into Craigslist Finder Pro here. You can see it's got a list of a bunch of campaigns here in my temp testing account. But I would click Add New Campaign. And then what I would do is I would pick my state, which let's say we're going to go into Michigan, and we're going to do Detroit, and we're going to name this Michigan-Detroit. And we click Create, and then that's going to open up a new campaign. And you can see here is a list of potential leads that fit a motivated seller according to our algorithms and our keywords that we use to find motivated sellers. And let's say that we're interested in this one right here, this brick colonial home. It says great location. And if I click on that, it's going to pull up this post here in Craigslist. And you can see here, it says here, 3-story colonial brick home with fireplace. This home is located in an up-and-coming area near all transportation. TLC needed to bring this home back to its former glory. Hardwood floors, bathroom in good shape. Room to spread out with semi-finished attic and basement. For sale by owner, make an offer. Okay, so here's our post here, and this is something that I'm interested in. I want to pursue here, so here it is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and favorite this. Now by clicking on this, it fills in the heart and makes it red. That lets me know that I favorited it. And if I click up here under my favorites of motivated sellers, there it is right there. So it puts it in that list of favorites. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do here is if I'm interested, I'm going to go ahead and click reply to this ad. So I'll click on this. And then you can see here it's got a date log of what happened here. I emailed this seller and I said, hey, I'm interested in your property and I need to get some more information about it. So then by just clicking on that and sending that message, it automatically sends it right from here. Now once I do that, then I want to go into my notes right here and I want to make a note that I did that. So you can see here my very first note says emailed seller requesting address. Okay, now if the seller replies back, then I'll make a log of that that says seller emailed back, house is still active, address is 953 Webb Street, Detroit, Michigan. Because the posts don't always give the address, right? So nowhere on here is the address. So I had to contact and ask them for that. They gave me the address here of it's actually 958 Webb Street. And so then what I can do is I can go into my properties and my property database, and I can click add new property, and then I can fill all of this out and enter in the property. So the property here is 958 Webb. Here it is. Here's all the information about that deal. I can fill out the rest of this, but here's most all that information. I even can upload a picture gallery of all of my pictures, which will come in handy later. I'll show you. And so now I've got it entered in as a property. It's now in my database. I will never lose it again. It's there. I've got it. All the information. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to my deal analyzer. And I'm going to click add new deal. And it's going to allow me to open up this deal here. So once I put in the address, then what it does is it runs all of the numbers for me. It automatically knows based on the address, the zip code, as to what this property's value is, even puts in a number for the renovation cost, runs all of my numbers, and with a $10,000 finder fee, then that means I need to get the property for $23,531. So $23,500 is my number to buy. That will allow me to sell it for $33,500 and make $10,000. Okay, so now that I've got that in there, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back into my notes. And I'm going to make a note here that I called and verbally offered the seller $23,500. He verbally agreed. And then I emailed the contract to sign. Okay, so let's show you what that looks like. If I go in here to Securing, Offer Generator Pro, and I click Add New Offer, and I click on this and add my property. And so then I just fill in some of these blanks here. Most of this it auto-populates. I put my price in there. Fill out the rest of this. It's super easy to fill out. If you need to know what goes in a blank, then you can put your mouse over the information. It'll tell you. You can also just click on watch this tutorial and you can watch this video that explains how to fill this out. So you go through, fill everything out, and then click save. And right from here, I just email this directly to the seller. So I just click that seller, email them that contract, goes right to them. Notice I did not print anything. I did not scan anything. There's no physical. It's all digital. Okay, so I sent my contract. The next thing that we're going to do is the seller signed the contract and emailed it back. So I make a note of that. And now it's time to set up my deal into my website, my deal gallery. So I'm going to go down here to Custom Website, Detroit, and upload wholesale deal. And once I do, here's what it's going to look like. By the way, it only takes a few minutes to set up your website, and it's custom just to you. So here's all the information here. I even clicked my photo album. I put the price, $33,500. That's what we're going to sell it for. And I go in here and I fill out as much of this information as I can. And it gives all of the numbers and fills all of that out. And then I click update. And then what that does is, here's our website. So if I go to the home page, here's what this looks like. And there's our property, 958 Webb Street. If I click on this, then it's got the pictures here and it's got all of the information about this deal. So you can see here, this is information that you send directly to your investor that wants to buy this property. So then what does that look like? So once I've created my profile here in my gallery, then I can send that. Now I can send this to one of my investors. Now let me just show you real quickly here the way this page looks here. It comes with some featured properties. These already say sold, so when someone clicks on them, it says deals move quickly, make sure you get on our list. So you want to get a list because now once you have a list, then every time you get a deal, you can email it directly to everyone on your list. And that's why it has this opt-in form here. Click here to get started. Once somebody fills this out, it automatically sends them right to your contacts. So then they get added into your contacts as one of your cash buyers. And it stores and manages all of your contacts. So all of your cash buyers, your motivated sellers, everybody you keep track of so you don't lose anything. Okay, so now that we've got our deal loaded into our website, it's time now to sell this property to an investor. So using the cash buyer lookup tool, I was able to find this post here, I want to buy your house. So if I click on this ad, you can see here it's an investor who says, I'm a real estate investor looking for deals. I've got money to buy them. And it's Jennifer and her husband, Mike, I think. And so then we can contact them and say, hey, I've got a deal. Are you interested? So here's what that looks like. Right from here, I click the email seller. And you can see here, I already did this, so it's got my log of it. It says, hi, Mike and Jen. I saw your post on Craigslist that you are looking for investment properties. I'm a local investor as well and happen to have a great deal that I'm looking to wholesale that you may be interested in. You can check it out here, and then look, there's the link to the photo gallery here where they can get all that information. And it says, what is your contact info and a good time to discuss in further detail? Here's a link to your original post. So it puts the original post in there so they can reference that's where you got it. And then once I send that to them, let's say that they're interested and they contact me and say, yes, I want to buy that property. So again, I always update my tracking so I never lose track of anything. So I'm going to go back into my deal that I'm working on right here, this one, and I'm going to, in my notes, I'm going to say emailed link to the deal to investors Mike and Jen. Mike and Jen want to buy this deal for $33,500. Sent contract to sign. Okay, so what contract? Let's show you that. So here's the contract. It's called Assignment Generator. Click Add New Assignment, and it's going to open up your deal. And then you just go through and you fill this out. There's my assignment fee, or my finder fee of $10,000. And what's going to happen, and if they have to put any money down, you should get some earnest money. And then you sign that. Click Save. Once you've filled that out, again, all digitally, no printing, no scanning, none of that stuff. Here it is. I just simply email that directly to Mike and Jen, and then they get that contract, they sign it, send it back, and now I've got it. Okay, so now I've got a fully executed contract to flip it to them for $33,000. I've got a contract for $23,500, flipping it to them for $33,500, a $10,000 fee. You can see everything I did, finding, organizing, managing, all of it is inside your system here. And again, nothing ever gets lost because everywhere I go, no matter where I go, my properties, if I go to my property database, there it is, all my information, I don't lose it. If I go to my deal analyzer, there it is. It saves it forever, stores it so I don't lose anything. This is how you stay extremely organized, and this is how you find and flip deals right on Craigslist using the Craigslist Flipper software. Okay, guys, I hope you found that helpful. I know I went really fast through that. Again, once you come into the system, You can go a whole lot slower until you get really comfortable with it. There's tutorials and there's training on how to use each of the tools, the steps that you take, so that you follow in a very linear fashion from finding the deals, getting the contracts, securing those deals, then getting your cash buyer and doing your contract with your cash buyer, flipping, closing, all of it, so that you can take it all the way from a lead to a deal and get paid $5,000 to $20,000 on average per deal. And really excited for those of you that have come on board already, that have signed up, that have been with me this whole time through this training. I hope you got a lot out of this. Hope you're fired up and excited about this. And I know it can do for you what it's done for so many other people. Again, you need to sign up right now if you want to take advantage of this low introductory rate of $9.95. Just click the Add to Cart button or call 800-346-0072. Remember, there is a conditional guarantee. Just submit at least one deal per month for 90 days. If you don't make money, you get a full refund. If you do a deal and make money, or when you do a deal and make money, just tell us about it. Send us a video and a story about your deal, and we'll also give you a refund. So nothing to lose, everything to gain, guys. And we are out of time, officially out of time. I'm going to go ahead and leave the Add to Cart and the order page open here for a few more minutes. If you go to the order page and it doesn't let you sign up, that means we took the page down because we filled up all the spots. Okay, so be sure to do this right now before it closes down. All right, Jerry Norton, and I'll see you soon.